Straight ahead on 12 News Weekend,
This is something she's always dreamed of doing.
a plan to turn a scenic area of Brooklyn Park into a destination site for brides and grooms. Then, risen above the ashes, a breathtaking view atop the One World Trade Center thanks to a Maple Grove photographer. But first, grade shift approved. How students in the Osseo School District will be on the move. 12 News Weekend starts right now. Hello, and thanks for joining us on 12 News Weekend. I'm Delane Cleveland.
And I'm Shannon Slatton. After months of discussion, the Osseo School District is moving forward with a plan that will impact hundreds of students.
The district is reconfiguring the makeup of schools, essentially moving 6th graders to junior highs and freshmen to high schools. As Cassie Bonstrom reports, it's a decision the board did not take lightly, but it comes with a cost.
The conversation kicked into high gear when the Minnesota legislature decided last year to fund all-day kindergarten. The Osseo School District wondered where would they find the classroom space to fit the kids. The school board considered their options.
One of them would have been to add on to all of our sites.
That would have forced the district to realign school boundary lines, which parents strongly opposed. The other option was grade reconfiguration, which was much more well-received. That plan was finally approved at Tuesday night's school board meeting.
All those in favor, please say aye.
The reconfiguration plan will make elementary schools kindergarten through 5th grade. 6th graders will move to junior high, and 9th graders will move to the high school. The plan goes into effect in the fall of 2015.
I do not make this recommendation lightly, as I am committing our organization to transformational change.
This is in our best interest for the long run.
The grade reconfiguration will align better with other districts in the state, says School Board Chair Teresa Lunt.
We are only one of 7 districts in the state that currently have a high school junior high model.
It will also allow junior high students to take accelerated classes sooner. 9th graders at the high school will have better access to elective classes and athletics. Of course, the plan doesn't come without a price tag. To accommodate the influx of freshmen, all 3 high schools in the district will need to be expanded. That'll cost about $13.5 million to be funded by a lease levy.
It's going to cost us money to do this, and we realize that. I would not be so confident in my decision to move forward with this if I did not feel that the benefits outweigh the challenges.
One school board member did vote against the plan. Dean Henke said he is concerned about the process in which the teachers would be transferred to new schools. The changes will go into effect in the fall of 2015.
Meanwhile, teachers in the Osseo School District have reached a tentative contract agreement. Last month, about 400 teachers showed up at a school board meeting in support of a new contract. Union officials say the agreement calls for a 2% annual salary increase. The union had proposed a 3% increase. Teachers may vote on the contract early next month. Over at Anoka-Hennepin schools, a date is now set for the district's 3,000 teachers to vote on a possible strike. Anoka-Hennepin teachers have been working without a new contract for about 10 months. They are scheduled to vote April 17th on whether to authorize a strike. To break the impasse, school board members have taken the rare step of getting involved in contract negotiations. The next round of talks is scheduled for March 27th. In Brooklyn Park, a piece of vacant property along the Mississippi River could soon get a much-needed boost.
The site along West River Road was once a neighborhood nuisance. Now it could get new life thanks to an NHL player and his wife.
I think the big draw is the fact that we're on the Mississippi River. It's just a beautiful, beautiful setting.
The pristine surroundings of the Mississippi River showcase the beauty offered by Mother Nature. Yet despite the surroundings, this section of land along West River Road near Highway 610 is a vacant property known more for the bars that once occupied this space and created a nuisance for the neighborhood.
The kitchen will be on this side of the building. The entrance will be in the front.
But according to Tom Catt,
to the south will be a big deck.
He and his business partners have plans to utilize the property and take advantage of the natural surroundings in the form of an event center called Mississippi Gardens.
We're going to provide a very elegant atmosphere to not only hold a wedding reception, but people will also be able to get married here, indoors and possibly outdoors, overlooking the Mississippi River.
Former Armstrong and Gophers hockey star Jordan Leopold of the St. Louis Blues and his wife Jamie purchased the land for $400,000 in 2011.
This is something she's always dreamed of doing. She just thought that it'd be a fun thing to do and a good thing to do once they retired.
Meantime, Brooklyn Park City officials are happy to finally see development coming in.
It's a beautiful site, and we're hopeful as it moves forward through the planning process that we'll see some good designs and they'll get a nice site plan approved and get going.
It's a wonderful community to be involved with, and Jordan and Jamie are from this area.
Kat says he and the Leopolds have reached out to neighbors to alleviate any concerns they might have about noise.
Rather than a loud, rowdy nightclub atmosphere, it's going to be a very well-respected wedding event center.
Ultimately, the idea of Mississippi Gardens is one that Kat thinks will thrive.
It's going to be real attractive to a lot of the grooms and a lot of the brides out there. They're going to love the idea of getting married on the Mississippi River.
The Leopolds still need to go through several steps, such as design approval and neighborhood meetings, before getting the okay from Brooklyn Park. Their goal is to break ground in August and open the venue in June of 2015.
In our Week in Review, Brooklyn Center's mayor tells 12 News that demolition will begin this summer on a blighted strip mall. Brookdale Square Shopping Center was once anchored by tenants such as Children's Palace and Circuit City. Today, the only tenant left is Pep Boys Auto Shop. Brooklyn Center bought the property back in January for just under $4 million. The city has hired a consulting firm to determine what its best options are for redevelopment. The Brooklyn Park City Council has approved another controlled deer hunt to help cut down on the number of car-deer accidents. The hunt would be done by bow and arrow and take place in 9 different areas of the city. City officials say the deer population is higher than the city's natural habitat can support effectively. The area near Highway 252 and 610 has had the most accidents. Hundreds of runners will make Robbinsdale the starting line on 2 consecutive days in May. The Birdtown Half Marathon is set for Saturday, May 17th. On Sunday, the 18th, Robbinsdale just approved plans for the Lopitz Foundation City Trail Run. City officials say it should be good for local business, but in the future, they'll work to hold the events on separate weekends. Coming up on 12 News, a view atop the world. We catch up with a Maple Grove photographer for a breathtaking look at the transformation of the One World Trade Center site.
Then later in sports, hear from a Park Center girls basketball standout who has had to watch the state tournament from the bench.
But first, below average temperatures continue in your AccuWeather forecast. Sunday will actually feel more like February.
Welcome back. Well, you never know what an idea can become.
A photo editor for Time magazine wanted to give people a new perspective of New York. Jonathan Woods did that by taking a photo from top of the new One World Trade Center. He grew up in Maple Grove, and we reached out to him by phone today to talk about his famous photo.
There were a million things running through my head.
It's a panoramic photo of New York City that makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
It really started within the walls of Time as, this harebrained idea that I had to climb up to the top of the spire and take a picture.
If you haven't seen the picture, go online to take a closer look. And by closer, I mean zoom in around New York City. You can see the reflecting pools of Ground Zero, find the Statue of Liberty, and even see parts of everyday New York life, like 2 players in a one-on-one basketball game.
Growing up in Maple Grove, New York is far away. New York, for a lot of people, is a place that they haven't gone.
But Jonathan Woods wanted to take them there.
I hope that they appreciate being brought somewhere that they can't physically go.
So he went through 8 months of planning and preparation for shooting from the tallest skyscraper in the Western Hemisphere.
The actual monumental achievement of climbing up to the top of the spire on top of the World Trade Center, it's incomprehensible to describe the feeling that you get when you stand back and look at the project and the reaction that it's gotten.
This unprecedented photo has gotten national attention, but Woods says students at home can remember it came about because of hard work.
Growing up in Maple Grove, I never would have imagined, or if you would have asked me, do you think you're going to work for Time magazine someday? I would have said, no, you're out of your mind. So life takes you some very interesting places, and I think the most important thing to remember is that you really can do anything if you commit yourself to it.
There's also a video where Jonathan talks about everything his team had to do to make this shot happen, and we've put a link to it on our website. 12.tv. And Delane, one of the things that I learned in studying what he did to get this done is he had to just go in and practice everything on top of a bridge in Portland, because they only had one chance to do it once they got up on the World Trade Center. And they did everything and nothing came through, nothing worked. They had no pictures after the whole process. So they had to scrap everything and start over. So
amazing.
A lot of work.
Cool backstory though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Students who like cars in the Osseo School District now have a way to turn their passion into a career.
Then a couple of basketball players from the northwest suburbs are playing key roles for their teams in the NCAA tournament. That's coming up in sports with Jay Wilcox. Welcome back. Jay Wilcox joins us now at sports. Well, March Madness is here, not just for colleges, but local high schools.
And they're doing well.
Yeah, exciting time of the season, and kind of puts a wrap on the winter sports season for this year, too. After knocking off playoff nemesis De La Salle to win the Section 3 championship, Park Center's girls basketball team advanced to the state Class 3A tournaments. The Pirates look to make their first ever tournament appearance a good one. Highlights here from their quarterfinal game against Simley. Simley gets off to a good start. Abby Kine nails a three from the top of the key to start the scoring. Kayla McMorris drives and scores with the left hand in transition as the Pirates go up by a point. It's a solid first half, though, for the Spartans. Kine to Maya DeLeo on the give and go. Simley leads at 15-12. Michaela Hayes has a good game for Park Center. She gets the hoop plus a foul here. She scores 16 for the night. McKenna Dubois pops a three to give Park Center some momentum just before halftime, but they go into the break trailing 30-26. Second half, McMorris steals the pass and gets it to Dubois. She'll back it out on the break, but then surprises the defense by popping a three-pointer to put Park Center ahead 34-33, 13 in the game for Dubois. McMorris heats up after a cold first half. She nails a jumper at the high post on the way to a 24-point performance for the Pirates. Park Center succeeds in running more after halftime. McMorris finishes with the layup here, and they lead it by 4. Camille McCoy hits a pair of clutch buckets off the bench as Park Center tries to pull away in this one. Hayes gets a putback as they win 68-53. They also beat Washburn in the semifinals, and we'll have highlights and reaction from the Pirates championship game against Marshall coming up Monday on Sports Jam and 12 News. Well, the Pirates made their section title run without one of their top players. Number 21 junior point guard Hannah Schaub tore the ACL in her left knee in this game against Maple Grove late in the regular season. Schaub is adjusting to being the Pirates' biggest fan and helping as an unofficial player coach. Her younger sister Danielle has replaced Hannah in the Pirates starting lineup. It's been tough, but they're making the best of it.
Well, it's tough. I'm sad that I hurt my ACL, but I'm actually really happy because we made it to state for the first time for the school history, and I'm still part of it, so I'm happy. For my little sister, I'm trying to be a little leader for her because she's obviously taking my spot. And I'm also trying to be more of a positive leader and talking more because that's all I can really do.
Yeah, she's one of the best guards in the state, and it's just not the same without her on the court. It's kind of sad, though.
She's been a big reason why we've been able to perform so well even since she's gone down, because she's been here every day. She's been supporting the kids, encouraging them.
Hannah had surgery Friday, and believe it or not, her older sister Nicole tore her ACL within a week of Hannah's injury while playing basketball for Anoka-Ramsey Community College. The NCAA men's basketball tournament is in full swing. Some former high school stars in the area are part of that March Madness. Former Osseo star Sam Dower from Brooklyn Park had a breakout year for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Seen here in the West Coast Conference Tournament Championship, Dower led Gonzaga in scoring at 15 points per game and in rebounding at 7.1. The Bulldogs faced Oklahoma State in their opening game of the West Regional. Golden Valley native and Hopkins grad Siani Chambers led Ivy League champ Harvard into the tournament. Chambers is second in scoring for the Crimson at 11.1 points and averaged 4.7 assists. Harvard beat Cincinnati in the opening round. Among other local players in the tournament, Armstrong grad Markel Curtis played in 9 games for Tulsa after transferring from a junior college, but he's out injured. Freshman Isaiah Zierden from Benilde St. Margaret's averaged 3 points for Creighton, but has also been battling injuries. And we will be honoring the best in the Northwest this coming week on our Sports Jam show. John Jacobson and I will name the best local players in boys hockey, boys basketball, girls hockey, and girls basketball in the week ahead. It's the annual Sports Jam all-area team in each of those sports. You can watch it coming up Monday through Wednesday at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. on Channel 12 or on our website at 12.tv. And as usual, there's a lot of great players in the area this winter. We've been sorting it out and getting it ready.
You guys have a tough job there.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Jay.
You bet.
It's one of those career paths where there's always a need.
See what students in Osseo are learning up next.
You could say a New Hope nonprofit is having puppy problems.
But staff at Do Canines say it's a good problem to have. Do Canines doesn't have enough homes for all of the puppies entering the training program. Recently, they've had 16 puppies donated, and more puppies are expected very soon. The charity trains assistance dogs and provides them to people with disabilities at no charge.
Now we've got more puppies than we've got puppy raisers, so we need more people to help us out and to help raise these dogs so that we can place them with some of the 180 people that are waiting now for assistance dogs from our organization.
To be a puppy raiser, you have to raise the dog like you would if it were your own for about a year. You also have to bring the dog to obedience classes. Cute little guys.
Yes.
A revived program at Osseo High School is training workers for tomorrow.
4 years ago, instructors brought the Osseo Auto Tech program back to the school, and now it's reached an important milestone.
I always help guide it around, just like that.
You could call John Anderson a car guy.
So that tire's on. Now it's time for air. I've been working on cars since I was little with my dad, and it's just what I love. I have a vintage truck. I have a 62 Chevy truck that I drive daily. It needs a lot of work. You know, it's one thing after another, so either learn now or later.
But now he can brag about it.
I learned how to take apart a car, bottom to top, how to go through it, electrical diagnostics, OBD2, timing, cams, everything.
John got the top score in the state on an automotive tech test.
I enjoy doing it. Everything motors is me. I love it.
He's one of the students finishing up a revived course at Osseo Senior High.
It's a very in-depth program. It's not just a class that you know a little bit about cars. I took a class one time. I don't remember much.
In fact, students spend 2 hours a day for 2 years in Osseo Auto Tech, which is now a certified program.
Basically, we go through everything that they need to know for maintenance and light repair. It's an amazing opportunity.
Amazing because students can leave here and start at a technical school with 18 hours of credit.
Without programs to feed the secondary education, then the secondary education won't feed the programs that feed me.
People from the automotive industry say this means more qualified workers.
It's a feeder program, so being that I employ technicians and use those technicians to fix cars, I need people to be out there recruiting my next technicians for me.
This is 1 ounce off.
Which means students who love cars are one step closer to their chosen career.
Kind of right up my alley. It's what I love to do. I like coming in here, not afraid to get my hands dirty.
And you can tell they really enjoy what they do. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Have a nice weekend. We'll see you again for